Good morning. We are back in my favourite place in the world. You all obviously know where it is now, Birmingham. We're here, the absolute place of pure simulation. We are here. So we've got a couple of service calls to do today. We've got, Christ, what else have we got on today? We've got service calls. I've got a couple of Teams calls to try and fit in today. Got a meeting with business partner. We've got a CCTV job to go and look at in Arley, Bewdley Way, which is to configure some ANPR cameras. We've got to try and fit training somewhere in the mix because I really need to get back on top of my training. So yeah, look, bit of madness going on today. It's Monday. This week's going to be a good week because we are going to view the new unit, which I am absolutely stoked for, and I'm super excited to show you guys. It's a new chapter for us. It's a massive part of our journey. Obviously it's the next step in growing the business, so it's really exciting. But look, stay tuned, we'll see what today has to offer. Do you know what? We were actually here Friday for no access, so we're going to see if they're in. Probably not. Right. Looks like a bomb has gone off in here. I need a couple of these. We are in Birmingham after all. Right, also, let's just have a look at this little gem that I picked up on the weekend. £38. Beautiful set, and I think there's space for that in here somewhere. Maybe not. In there somewhere, potentially. So, we're going to go through the pack out stuff in a minute because I've got loads more I want to add in here. But, how cute is this? Lovely little set. This needs a clean because this is just a complete shambles, to be honest. Also need to get a jet ladder rack for these little beauties. So we'll run through that in a minute, I think. All right, let's go in. Yeah, so as suspected, that was a no access again. That's the second visit from the Friday. So yeah, God knows, obviously doesn't want his intercom fixing. As I say, a lot of this stuff that we're doing at the minute with the contract work, it is a lot of stuff like this. It's very repetitive, which is why I can't film all of it because you just get sick to death of it. So I think we're going to try and film the content wise a lot of the other side of the business. However, part of today that I want to get done today for you guys, I'm going to try and do this content across 2 or 3 days, I think. And if you see me wearing the same t-shirt tomorrow or Wednesday, no you didn't, because it will be a fresh t-shirt possibly. So we're going to get crack-a-lacking, get on the road. We're going to go to this next service call now. If it's any good, obviously I'll film it. But I'm going to do a van tour and I'm going to get the van cleaned out today, the back of it, so we can do that properly. Because I think the back of the van looks sick at the minute. Sick and as disgusting because there's just crap everywhere, but it will look awesome once it's cleaned. So we do a little van tour on that because we've recently stripped it all out, put all the Milwaukee pack out system in the back. Still a few more things I need to get, but in order to do that, it's spenny. So if you guys want to carry on watching and subscribing so I can get monetized, that'd be amazing. It's all up to you really, whether or not I get my new pack out. And well, if you don't want to feel bad about it, then obviously subscribe. So right, we're gonna make a move now. We'll get on to this next one, see what it's about. If it's any good, as I say, I might stick the net cam on, we'll get some content. But if it's in someone's property, obviously I can't. So we'll see how we get on. New unit this week, so obviously we're going to view that, which of course I will get some content of as well. So that'll be cool. That's super exciting actually. We're just in the process as well at the minute of tendering for some bigger contracts. not for the security stuff, for the steel stuff. So we're trying to get involved with people such as like the councils, local communities, bigger commercial, industrial, to see if we can get some bigger steel contracts on the go. Obviously at the minute we're manufacturing our gate systems, which will forever be our thing. However, we do want to step it up a notch, get a little bit more into the public sector, get some bigger work on the go. That guy did not look very happy with me being parked here. See what happens. So it's all go, it's freaking chaos. But yeah, listen, catch you in a bit. Okay, so come to have a look at this trade button. Have a look. Apparently it's not working. So okay, so this is a nice easy fix. If I press the trade button, pull the door, power doesn't drop. If I hold the trade button, pull the door, power drops. So if I put my finger on the strike lock here, you can see that power's holding. If I hold the trade button, if I just tap it once, and that's all it is. So nice and simple one. I mean, we can change it, but we're in. So to give you an idea, that is what some of these service calls can be like. Definitely working. So for public housing and stuff like that, these are the sort of jobs we can run into. Nice and easy stuff in the grand scheme of things, although sometimes you come across absolute nightmares. But this sort of stuff with the trade buttons, nice and easy. Nice and simple. Job done. On to the next. Josh's new car. Probably be more safer in that anyway. She is in all her glory. On to the next one then, guys. Also, what I was saying before, so plan with the back of the van. At the minute, I can appreciate that it's an absolute state. However, we are slowly getting there with our pack outs. So the idea is to have the back end of the van completely racked out with full pack out, just because it's so much easier. And if one of the other lads jump in the van to use it for the day or whatever, if they're out servicing, you know where everything is. We're going to put a inverter in here as well somewhere, so that we can charge batteries, carry a 240 welder around and other bits and pieces. But I think next step is this racking's going. We're going to get some more organisers, stick them in there, some more crates, some more things on the back of the ply, and go from there really. Obviously at the minute it's a complete state. We've just got business cards flying around everywhere, stack of parts. So look, we need to have a bit of a tidy up with it, granted. However, all in due time. She tows some motors and hopefully get it packed out sooner rather than later. But look, on to the next one. See you in a bit. Okay, so the next job on today's list, we've got this tungsten smoke alarm, battery operated. Let's go and get this fitted, and that'll be on to the next. Now, if you're anything like me and you're stupid enough to forget your fork with your lovely salad from your Tesco meal deal, take a look at this little beauty. Okay, our homemade twin and earth fork. Perfect. So, been here before. Now, issue being, we're missing a lock through the door, missing the main housing unit. Push to exit's fine. We're missing a strike lock. See, this section's all been, this is all that has been provided. So we're going to get a voltage across these now, see what we've got, if we've got anything, because to me it looks like there's literally no power at all to the intercom, which suggests that power's been downed somewhere. So stick our meter onto volts DC. There we go. We'll null these leads out, get a reading, see what's our posi and neggy on here, and then get a wired up and find the power supply. Although I'm not a betting man, but I don't think that's going to close. As suspected, that is dead as a dodo. So absolutely nothing on that. So we'll go and locate power supply. See if we can try and get some power up. See if we can try and get some power on, which I'm not sure where. Of course it's locked. Okay. Get this wired up. Get this all crimped together. Make as good as we possibly can, which is not really a fat lot. It's not going to do much without its lock housing. And then try and find this power supply if we can. Peace. Now, because this has been so badly butchered, the only way I can see us sufficiently doing this is potentially just sending a nice tiny tech screw through there, straight into the framework itself to hold that in play. But let's be honest, it's not the most prettiest of jobs, is it? It looks absolutely horrendous. After you, brother.
Cheers, thank you.
No worries. So, yeah, go get some tech screws and get it sorted, man. Lovely place. This is what I love most, right, about this pack out stuff. You can literally in, done, dusted. You know where everything is. Happy, although this is a complete state and we've already addressed that. So let's not bait me out on that one. Do need to give this thing, oh, as I said earlier, so I've ordered those new bits for the pack out racking. That's going to be going here. So this racking here is coming out. This plate will be pushed further back. We'll have the stacker drawer for the filming gear. We've got some more organisers on the way to stack above that. And then I think we're going to go with another two of these drawer systems there. Probably a couple more crates. And then it'll be there or thereabouts, I suppose, really. I just don't know whether or not I should add some nice lighting in here. I mean, it's work van at the end of the day, but we do need to get an inverter in here somewhere, potentially on that side of the ply, for welding equipment and so on and so forth. I like to call this one "Get Yourself Out There." You know the rest. Send a good old tech screw through. And hope for the best, driver. Okay, next one. So, this door closer was replaced originally, but someone's obviously had a go at it. Someone's caused a little bit of damage there, so that needs to be replaced. There's no power at all to the mags. Just to test that we've got no power. Should get a hold on that. Nothing. So with that, is obviously not allowing our plates to have the door closed. That won't close anyway, because this is all bent up and completely knackered. So we've got no power somewhere. We'll have a mooch, get a steps off, have a look at there. Run the meter across it. I think get this lock apart, see what's going on. Every day's a school day, kids. Right then. I think I've found the culprit. Got these two here sat in Wagos with a little resistor hidden in this lovely trunking. So there's absolutely nothing going to these. So you've got that there, which is obviously the first potential issue, depending on what they've done with it. You've got My blue's coming off, which are just crimped through together. They've took a live off of here through to then, and they've linked. Do you know what? I don't know how they've done it. I'm gonna have to have a little look and come back to you, chat, I think. Right. This is the fucking mess that we're dealing with. Right. So for some reason, we've still got no power to the mags at all. If I engage the push to exit, hear the relay click. Okay. They've actually split these through, so they're dropping the power at the board for the mags. That's where it's switching. So we just need to try and understand exactly what the hell is going on. We love it. Whoever wired this panel up previously, smoking something different. So, for starters, the door closers broke, which we've got to address in a minute. The way it goes in the trunking, it's not ideal, is it? But this is what they've done to it, made it work. Kept the inline resistor in there as well. We've obviously got no power to the mags on arrival, 0 volts. These require 24 volts. I've got power across my relays and the PSU because I've checked it with the meter. I've double checked the wiring here corresponding to the push to exit. The push to exit, which is obviously drops the power to the door, releases the door to open. That was wired incorrectly. So we fixed that. And I've just also found this little gem hanging around in the board here. This is obviously our common. It's just hanging around in the board. So what are the chances that now I've just wired that up correctly, how it should be, so to speak? If I connect our common back now into our power supply, which is linked through to our relay, which then drops the power on normally closed to the mags, wizardry, should work. So, give it a bash. Let's give it a bash. And this is the first time I'm trying this. Oh god, idiot, if this don't work. This has just stopped whining away now, which is kind of a good sign. Trusty test. Wow, don't hate the player, I hate the game. As you can see, we've now got power at our mag. That's holding. Now, obviously, entry to the building via fob, intercom, which doesn't work. Let's test this. Door closer is also now fixed. Definitely shut. Perfect. Shut it again. Win-win. Well looked after you are. Desperately need kit on this ASAP. I think we need to get ourselves a nice kit on it. I've never just left my good old NWS's on the seat in plain sighting for people to steal. So we're in Hockley at the minute. Just come to this one flat that's had brand new intercom fitted. One of the tenants she hasn't got any audio basically on the handset in the property, so we're going to get the handset replaced. So that's all brand new and done for her. It will just be a faulty handset because there's no issues with the rest of the tenants on the place. So listen, it's a bit of a boring day, but we're looking forward to doing the back of the van tour and the van racking later. So catch you in a bit. Absolute banger. Nice little spot found, jacket potato, tuna mayo, cheese. Beautiful. We'll get the name of it in a minute when we drive past. Quick little pit stop. Get this in me. And then we are back over to Edgbaston. Get this speech module changed that I've got in my pocket, I think, somewhere. Get this little Bell 61 speech module changed over, and that'll be a wrap. We'll be on to the van racking in a bit. Yeah, shout out to Locked and Loaded. Drop the power to this module. Start powering up the new one. Christ on a bike, who on earth? Honestly, right, the state that I find some of these panels is like really quite concerning. Right, beautiful. Take a neg. Drop them in situ. Let's not get them crossed and short them out. That wouldn't be a good day, would it? Beautiful. These are both. You give it the old tug test. Steady on. Do you know what? I don't really feel like doing anything about that jacket tailored, but listen, that is not what we're going to do, guys. We're going to get. There, she's falling back in. We're going to get back, get the new pack out kit that we've had delivered. We're going to go and get the back of the van tidied out, get some good content for that, and get a crack a lacking. This is possibly one of the easiest service calls to do. Beautiful. Last terminal to go. That can go on the floor. Don't want that anymore. It's as much use as a chocolate teapot. And that is that. Give all our terminals the old tug test. Beautiful. Bish bash bosh done. Join me in the back of the van. Now, couple of changes we want to make to the van. Back hand side of the racking, I want to get rid of this ply. I'm going to strip this out now. We're going to start filling the new organisers. I've got two more behind the camera there as well. And we're going to start, I want to have another one of these mounting plates. In fact, this one that's here. Set it back a little bit. Have our crate in. Have our stackers. And it's a bit more organised. Obviously, we've started the one half. We've started the bulkhead side. I just want to get the rest of it finished and wrapped off with. The idea of building this van out now is so that we've got a fully fledged service van ready to go. So any of the lads can end up using this van when the day of me coming off the tools ever happens. Probably never. No, hopefully that will happen. So that's the plan. So this van should be ready to go on the road at any given moment. Should have inverter in here, some 240 power supply, all the tools, all the kit anyone could possibly ever need to carry out any of the jobs or tasks that we do on site. That is the plan. So let's stop talking. Let's get ripping this out. Let's get the new pack out system in. Bosh. Right. The amount of crap that I've managed to accumulate already in the back of just in the back of this racking system alone is ridiculous. Like, you'll see it all in a minute. And the reason that I like the the pack out stuff is more so because it's obviously all modular, so it can all come out in and out nice and easy enough. It's interchangeable with several different bits of kit. It's just good stuff. It's just awesome. I love it. So we're going to get taking this out. What we've got here, this plate can come out. Next thing to come out is going to be the racking on my left hand side. However, it is currently full of absolute crap. So we'll have to have a sieve through that in a minute, I think. The idea of having the racking box on this left hand side, which we'll see in a minute, is literally just for all the filming kit. That's the only reason I bought it. Rest of the crates, obviously, for fixings and bits and bobs. It took me ages, to be fair, to try and decide how I wanted the layout of this van to look, because we have done so many vans now. I'd say we've probably done best part of 8, 9 vans now. When I say us, can't really take the credit. Me and my dad. Dad's kind of always been roped into the van build because he's a bit more practical with the woodwork, chipping and stuff like that. He's good with wood. So he's usually in control of the practical side of the van build itself. But now we've changed it up a little bit and I'm going to do everything pack out. I've let myself just run wild with it and completely loose, which is dangerous, believe me. So hopefully this system, I've literally just said that as I have just put my hand straight across the saw blade. Incompetent. It's just like on a completely different level with me. So, which is another reason why you need to subscribe, so that I can go off the tools and into the office where it's safe. Please subscribe, please. Otherwise, you're going to find me in A&E like every other week, and then you'll have no content at all. Right. So, the majority of this stuff in here is just pure crap. Like, pure crap that I've just accumulated. I mean, what have we even got here? Actually, no, to be fair, they're quite handy. Some black M8 counter-suck heads. Counter-sunk heads. We don't do that round here. Counter-sunk heads there. What else have we got? Riv nuts. Load of different types of riv nuts. You haven't seen it yet, but obviously you're going to start seeing it now the content started again. So on the gate installs, we're going through a phase at the minute where we tend to riv nut all of our hinges and stuff on, just so we know that they can be easily changed in the future should they need to be. However, we're going back to welding them on because we've got a new design with the hinges, which Patrick is now doing, one of our fabricators, to make it a lot more user-friendly on site for the lads when they're fitting it. Because believe me, there is nothing worse trying to fit a heavy ass gate, and these gates can weigh anything from 100 kilo to 500 kilo, depending on what they are. Genuinely, like half a ton, depending if it's a big cantilever. So, on some of them, when we're trying to prop them, more so the ped gates, if they're like 100, 150 kilo in weight, it's a lot of weight for anyone really to try and lift up and prop into position whilst riv nutting it and hinging it. So, we want to just try and just schematic a little bit and start getting them welded so we can just do your posts, hang your gate, done. Job done. Finito. Right then, now for the fun part where I end up hurting myself. What I didn't take into account is I actually haven't carpet tiled that bit of floor. Never mind. Who cares? Right. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. And we have a blank canvas. Now, for now, because I'm super lazy, I'm not going to carpet that. I have got some to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. This little beauty is going to go in and sit, something like that. However, this one here is moving because I got other plans for that side. Great bit of kit. The whole reason for this is literally just for the filming kit. That is all this is for. All our filming stuff can be stored away in there nicely, and whoever's on the van can do content as they wishes. That's how you get it off. Not carefully. Okay. 3.5 by 40s. I think these were as well. Are they the same? Yes, they are. They can all go in there lovely. Something quite satisfying about this. Right, 4x40s. These can have their own separate little tub, I think, just to be nice. What else we got? 4x40s. No way are they 4x40s. Oh, by 40 mil. Wow, they're a bit. Stick them in there for now because I don't really like to do them. 4x30s. They can go in there. Happy days. This is obviously going to now become. Ooh, we've got more. What are these? 4x50s. 50s. Tell you what, we'll swap that tub. Bring him over to the front. He can go there. That can go there. These little badgers can all go in here. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff, mate. Listen, we've got a screw for every occasion. Mic check 1, 2. So we're getting there. This side is now officially in. I reckon we can fit. I'm going to say another 3 of them. Nah, idiot. I'm going to say another 2 of these. Fit another 2 organised at the top. We've obviously got that side plate there, which we're going to replicate what we've got going on here. We're going to sort something else for the tote storage. So that'll be living somewhere else very, very soon. It is getting there. It is getting there. We have been in talks of having the internal cage, internal ceiling, and the back doors. We might potentially make a steel cage for it, because we all know what these little scumbags are like on the van theft. Such nice people. So we're going to start tackling that back end of the van now, seeing what we can do with all this crap. Now, I know what you're all going to say. You've just done all that lovely work in the back of the van and you couldn't even be bothered to hoover it out. That's probably because you still haven't subscribed and I'm still not monetized, earning money from it, so I can't afford a Milwaukee packet hoover. Your fault. Subscribe. Seriously though, back of the van now. So we've just finished. Well, this side is already complete. We've just finished the backhand side now. This side here where the tote's sitting. So we are actually going to put a couple more the stack of drawers up that side. Some more crates across the back. We're going to get some more storage across that side. Reason we can't put anything down there where the cable drums are, which are shortly coming out, is because I've got a hatch in this floor. So my dad, again, he's got to have credit for this. He built a folding hatch so that any bigger cable like drums of twin and earth and stuff like that sits underneath this floor. That was the whole purpose of that. Now, if we zoom around the back, this side also complete, done now. So I think we can get another 2 on top of there, no problem. The triples, now decided to store the triples underneath because they slide straight under the front passenger seat, underneath the bottom, like an absolute dream. However, we've got a bit of an issue with the steps. So I was originally going to put the steps on one of the jet ladder rack systems up on the top of the roof, just so they're up and out of the way and it's easy to work with. But the problem with that is whenever I want to get one of these top crates out, when there is one there, it's going to be an absolute pain in the backside. So I think the plan is we're going to get a Rhino roof rack on the top, full length one, as we did on the last Black Transit, if you remember that. And the step ladders and the other set of smaller steps can go under the floor. I think that's the way to do it. Van Vault can stay where it is. Look, as I say, I can appreciate some of this stuff isn't very interesting, but to somebody that works in the trade or that is a tradie yourself, maybe, this is the sort of stuff that makes life so much easier working out of a van like this. So that's why we do it. That's why I invest in it. And at the end of the day, this isn't going to be just for me. This is going to be for somebody else to use, probably Josh. Josh, if you're watching this, just don't get too many ideas. As always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully on the next video, which is going to probably come out, I'm going to say Monday. Now we're on Wednesday. It's probably going to come out following Monday, 27th, I think. We've got gate install to finish off, Thursday or Friday. I think it's Friday. We'll have to check. We've also got a nice big staircase platform being built Friday. Me, Josh, and on that. So we'll get that content in, show you the other side of the business. And at some stage this week, fingers crossed tomorrow evening, we'll get to go and have a look at this new unit. So stay tuned. Obviously subscribe for all the updates.